What up, what up, what up, what up, Doe Ledge here. Chill with me for a second. We here talking about a very, very important card, man. The lead up to it has been interesting, especially if you were awake this morning, because, yeah, it, you know, things are going down, man, between Eazy, the block captain, and John the Don. Talking about the card, man. Drop your location. Going down today in Philly. I believe it's going to be on Rap Grid, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to purchase that, head over to rapgrid.com right now. And this main event has been intensified because John done leaked some phone conversations allegedly. Let me say allegedly, man. I don't know, with AI, with edits. Like, dog, I'm society is spooky right now. So I'm not putting my money on anything to be legit anymore, man. Deep fakes, all type of things is going on. But allegedly there's recordings of Eazy talking about the situation that allegedly it's a whole bunch of allegeds. My name is Ledge. So saying alleged, I feel like I'm a bar in all of this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but this is more recordings, more audio of allegedly him talking about the situation. Things are flying around on social media, particularly on Twitter. People going crazy with that, and people now think that might be an advantage. John. I'll get into that in just a bit because that's the main event. I'm gonna run through these predictions. I'm not gonna. I'm the type. I'm not gonna comment on the top Bulls versus trenches guys because I haven't seen any of them. I saw Muwap, but Muwap, I guess he must have graduated from the trenches or whatever, because he's really good, or he's pretty good. I don't want to call anybody really good yet, but he's pretty good. So he is. I guess he's not at that level. He's graduated. The rest of these guys, salute to you guys, and I hope you do well. Moving on to Jay Moore versus Bonus. I got Jay Moore. Just always thought that dude was dope. For whatever reason, he got YouTube drops, and URL app battles, but for whatever reason, he just doesn't stick. I don't know if that's something on his own where he just got real life shit going on, like they all say. Everybody got real life stuff, right? Or maybe just the higher ups at URL just don't think he could be a star there. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with him. Bonus is nice at times. Sometimes he loses me, just like with the energy and with the bar quality. I think Jay Moore is a little more bar heavy than Bonus, so I'm gonna go with Jay Moore. Who we got? Cashflow Rizzy versus Zan is interesting. Rizzy got a really nice resume when you really look back at the people she's battled, from Shuni, I believe E Hard. She battled Cheddar, like C3. Like her resume is really, really good. She's a hit or miss because like she'll do good in one battle, but then Cheddar like clip her up. So she like this is she's like hot and cold. So I just don't know. Zan, I did see in that battle versus Taz, not bad. I guess based off of who I think could rise to the occasion here, man, it's in Philly. It's in Philly, so I'm gonna stick with Rizzy. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with experience over higher. I think Zan got a higher ceiling than Rizzy. I ain't gonna hold you. I think Zan got more potential and more like of a higher ceiling just with the way she raps. But I don't think she's quite there yet, and this might be like a learning lesson for her. So I'm gonna go with Cash Flow. Kaboom and Riggs. I got Riggs all day. He's been on the run. Riggs is one of probably the most. Riggs probably had the most underrated, successful year this year. If that make what I'm saying. It's been underrated and successful, and he's been doing it everywhere. Grassroots, big leagues like RBE. He was on the trenches earlier against what was that K Walker. So I don't see him ending the year off on a bad note. And Kaboom is another one who's like, one minute he's having a great showing, the next minute you just like, ah. And it's just, I'm going to go with Riggs off the consistency, off of just him being comfortable in the trenches. He was in that pit style before. So if that's what the setup is, he's not going to have to make any adjustments. Eness and Clone is actually my favorite battle on this card. So I'm going to go with Clone in this one, even though it's in Eness's backyard and he's a legend everywhere, but he's certified legend all the way through and through there for show, for show. But I think he's going to get somebody that can actually not do exactly what he does. Like, he flows. They both got flows, different flows, different little pockets. But, you know, Eness usually beats you because he got all that and he's like mad entertaining. Well, guess what? You dealing with somebody in Clone who's entertaining and witty too. But the difference is, I think Clone is a better puncher, like a more advanced puncher at this day and age in 2023. So I feel like it's not I wouldn't call it a mirror match per se, but there's similar traits there. But this is the age of people care about punchlines, and I think Clone is a better puncher. So I think he's going to land more shit that's going to resonate with the people. So I got Clone in that one. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go here. Mike P and Loso is not going down, so we gotta skip that one. Mike P is sick, apparently. Get well soon. But when that battle was gonna happen, I was actually edging Mike P in that one just because he, you know, like I said, again, somebody who's familiar with that setting, who was just there against Rosenberg Raw. And if you can, you know, and I know Raw isn't from Philly, but if you can arguably beat a PA native in that setting, I think it would have been tough for Loso to match that. But, you know, we'll have to find out at another time. Bad News versus Bill Collector. Bill Collector versus Bad News. I'm going with Bill. Bill's one of the more complete artists that's been out for a long time. There's really nothing he can't do. Like, I think he's an underrated angler, but his angles are sometimes wrapped up in like silliness that y'all don't take. Like when he angled against Hitman, those were angles. He just, you know, was funny about it and witty about it and charismatic about it. It still counts as a really good angle and things like that, or topics. We know he can freestyle, rebuttal, punchlines. He can rap in different pockets. He's just, I think Bad News will have to be on some, like whatever his best bags and bodies performance is, combine that with how he was in the one rounder versus Tay Rock, a little bit of that round versus Geechee. He got to be the full, you know. I'm gonna go with Bill, man. I'm gonna go with Bill in that one. And here we are, main event. Eazy the Block Captain versus John, man. I'm gonna be real. I had it 2-1 either way going into this battle. And it's heavily dependent upon John. I actually, because I was actually leaning towards John. Real talk. Like maybe when it was first announced, and then I was like, nah, Eazy got it. I've been actually back and forth mentally with this. But it really comes down to, if it's 1-1 going into the third, let's just say it's 1-1, who do I trust as the better closer, right? And it's hard for me not to say Eazy, like his third round. Like, okay, he went against Gotti. People love Gotti's third. It's impactful. Played a, but do you guys recall Eazy's third? His third was actually his best round. His third in that battle was actually his best round. Like, he really knows how to take that third and bring it home. And also, listen, John is in a tough position because you damn if you do talk about the angle, because people gonna be like, oh, we heard this before, and then you damn if you don't. Like how you don't address the elephant in the room that's supposed to be there, right? My thing is this. You can reuse angles and topics that's been said to a person before. The question is, can you do it better than those that did it before you? Where's the bar at? Did they set the bar a little too high for you to reach? Because when Mike P did that to Danny in the second round, it was crazy. Surf, you know, free Surf. Surf was saying that was the best round he's heard probably since, what was it, Lux or the Verb round, as far as an angle. But guess what? Mike P wasn't the first to talk about all that stuff. He just did it better. And when you do it better, that's the mark. We just seen what happened when Gotti talked about all that. And it was a different element, excuse me. Remy was actually there. So he's talking to her, going back and forth, talking to the crowd, talking to Eazy. And it was very direct. Man, shit was played on the radio in New York. What was it, Hot 97? Gotti got an interview with Elliott Wilson and all them, man, on Rap Radar. So it was impactful. Can you make it that impactful? That's where your bar is at if you're going to talk about it. Because you would have to talk about it, or to some degree, even if it's not exactly the same thing, but it's around the same topic or around the same situation. You're gonna, and I just don't think he's gonna be able to exceed what Gotti did, because that's the bar. If you're gonna do something similar, it has to be better, or at least equal to. And I don't think he's gonna equal it or exceed it. I think because if he does do that, I'm assuming he's gonna pack shot up for the third. And I feel like it's gonna fall on deaf ears. And like I said, Eazy is a very, very good closer when it comes to ending everything and just being like, this is my battle, 2-1 or 3-0, however. I'm gonna go with Eazy in a it's gonna be highly debated, I feel like. But I got Eazy, the block captain, in this one, 2-1. I do think John is being counted out a little bit by people saying it's gonna be like he about to get washed and shit like that. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'm gonna be real with you. If this whole situation, whatever you call it, the Remy part, the alleged fight and all that, if this stuff didn't happen, I don't know how would you be able to beat him currently. Now he's at his best level. He's going to drop off eventually, maybe. I mean, all the greats have a drop off, but he almost like gave them a lifeline, because before this situation, he was just like running through some of the biggest names in battle rap. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. If that becomes old news to people, or it's become like, it's not even as good as Gotti's, or it's not even as good as this. Now you out of like, what's the next topic? What can you really say about him? You gotta be creative. Now John is one of the more creative anglers and topic guys. He's had some iconic moments, throwing Jack Boy's chain and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be enough. And I'm waiting to see John clearly beat these caliber of guys. Like he clearly lost to Surf. Back when he lost to Rock. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he got 2 wins that he can bank on as like a point of reference and confidence, because I do got John beating Gotti, and I do got John beating Nitty in a volume, by the way. That's very impressive. I think we gotta tip our hat to John. He beat Nitty in a volume. He did. I know y'all about to go back and say if you watch it again, he got him. So he can do it. Just haven't seen it in a while. Man, you gotta make me a believer. And if he did it, I don't have no favorites, so I'll be the first to say, no, he got that, right? So we're gonna see, man. But those are my picks. Just to go back, I got Jay Moore, Cashflow Rizzy, Riggs, Clone, Bill Collector, and Eazy, the block captain. Hope you guys enjoy. I won't be able to watch it live because I got some things to attend to. I wish I could watch it live, but I can't. All right. But so y'all let me know. I'm gonna be watching y'all. You see at Pods here on socials. Tag me, let me know what the hell is going on with the event. And that's it, man. Keep it battle rap. Peace and love.